This is the final episode of Road to Boston 2024. Unfortunately, Project Sub 240 did not happen. It just didn't come to pass this time round. Running a marathon in anybody's book is a long way. I did end up with a time of 2 hours, 45 minutes and 31 seconds, which is respectable enough, but it's about 5 minutes short of what I actually wanted. Some of the variables that led to this happening were under my control and others were not. Let's have a look at them. On the day of the marathon itself, the weather was glorious. The temperature by 10 o'clock, which was the start time of the race, was around 20 degrees Celsius. The sun was also out for the entire race. This made conditions very hot and it meant that you had to hydrate extremely well. I took on a lot of fluids before the race and during the race, but it just didn't seem to ever be enough. I also felt that my nutrition plan went quite well and I didn't have any stomach issues or anything. Unfortunately, the heat just took its toll on me. In the last couple of miles, I just started losing time. One of the other things that didn't go well was my sleep before the race. 2 nights before the race, I only got 6 hours sleep each. Some of that was through travel and possibly some excitement the night before the race. I have often said that you learn more from a bad race than you do from a good race. A bad race can help you focus in on the things that you did wrong and correct them for the races ahead. Unfortunately, you cannot control the weather, you just have to run in the conditions that you're given on the day. Your sleep is something that you can possibly take control of a little bit better with more concentration, but ultimately, in the end, I certainly felt that I possibly underestimated the undulating nature of the course. Nothing could have prepared me for it. But finishing a marathon is an achievement. And we got to do some nice things after. We went around Fenway Park, which was absolutely lovely, and a stadium that was completely and utterly soaked in history. We got to spend a lot of time in Boston Common, which is like an oasis in the middle of Boston City. We did a few touristy things and we even got an ice hockey game where we went and watched the Boston Bruins. This was an absolutely fantastic spectacle and a really good way to chill out after running a marathon. Boston itself is a lovely place to spend time in, and yeah, I certainly had a few beers. This was to try and drown my sorrows. The great thing about Boston is you can walk pretty much anywhere in the city centre. A lot of the sites are very close to each other, which is great, but if you do need to go slightly further, like out to Harvard, you can rent some bicycles from the Blue City Bikes. They're not too expensive, only about $10 each day. There is a really good bike path all the way down the Charlestown River out to the likes of Harvard. My legs were in absolute bits after the marathon, so I was really glad to be able to get on the bike and just kind of shake them out a little bit. One thing I would like to mention about the race is that for 26.2 miles, the crowd are absolutely fabulous. Never a quiet moment on the course. So what is next? Well, next I'm going to try and go sub 240 in Berlin. I hope it will be a little bit cooler weather there, and I'm not too sure if I will make a video series about that, but look, thanks for watching. I've been Go Johnny Go.